So we're through 5 weeks. I mentioned how the win by the Patriots last night, knocking the Bills out of the ranks of the unbeaten, just like the Broncos did to the Eagles earlier in the day, made this a wide-open affair in the American Football Conference and a wide-open affair just overall. And anybody can win it. Truly anybody can win it. And there's one team, though, that I believe through 5 weeks has played complete football games better than anybody else. And there's one in the NFC and there's one in the AFC. And the one in the NFC, I will start with here, that's the Detroit Lions. After losing to Green Bay, and it's kind of quaint, it was a month ago we were all wondering if their coordinators, Johnny Morton on offense, Kelvin Shepard on defense, were going to be their undoing, because that's what happened to the Eagles after they made the Super Bowl and they lost 2 coordinators, and we were all wondering what happened to that team from the year before. And I know the Lions didn't make the Super Bowl last year, and as a matter of fact, they were one and done by a Commanders team that had a huge win in Los Angeles yesterday, which we'll get to in this hour a little bit more than we already have. And the Lions, all they did after week 1 losing to Green Bay is destroy everybody. The only team that came close were the 1.0 Ravens of 2025. The 2.0 is like a shadow of their former selves.
Jeez, yeah.
But the Lions have scored 161 points over their last 4. That's the 3rd most points in any 4-game span in Detroit history. And if I'm going to talk about Baker Mayfield as an MVP candidate, you've got to say the guy right next to him is Jared Goff. Goff.
I think you were going to say Tesla.
That's your first sports center.
You know, which is what the Scottish call golf without the
Golf.
7th career game with a completion percentage of 80% or better and 3 or more passing touchdowns. That's tied for 5th all time. The only ones who have a better such mark are named Rodgers, Brady, Breeze, and Manning. Peyton Manning. Or Debating Manning, depending on when you see him on your screen right now.
Motivating Manning.
Motivating Manning.
Yeah, that's,
right?
that's
Peyton Manning. Right? All that stuff. Yeah. Although I'll be straight up with you. If I've already seen Eli and Danny DeVito quite enough. 5th game with a passer rating of 150 or better since 2024. That's 2 more than any other quarterback. Jared Goff. And Gibbs and Montgomery, Sonic and Knuckles did it again. A touchdown in the same game for the 14th time. That ties Emmett and Darryl Johnston. Moose was on the call, actually, when he watched that happen. Oh, and Montgomery threw for a touchdown yesterday as well. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 100 receiving yards again. 25th career game with 8 or more receptions. Only Michael Thomas, can't guard Mike, had more such receptions in his first 5 seasons.
Also, Rich, really cool about Montgomery. His older sister had been paralyzed in a car accident.
Yeah,
and that
she was
the
there.
First time she's watched him play in person since
wow, that's awesome.
her accident.
Yeah, they kept cutting away to her in the game. Kirby Joseph with an interception. He now has 20 in his first 4 seasons. He became the 6th player this decade to do that. Destroyed him. And once again, what they do is they leave you wondering if you can play football anymore. That's how they're beating you. Again, Chicago felt that way after they took care of Chicago in week 2. Baltimore, after that game, definitely when Baltimore the next week went to Kansas City, that's where it all began to go downhill, right? Some of the injuries that Baltimore began to suffer on that short week after the Monday night loss at home to Detroit. Cleveland changed their quarterbacks. Now Cincinnati, everyone's wondering what's up there. Detroit is destroying everybody right now. And the next game is a Sunday nighter at Kansas City. Here we go, before a Monday nighter against Tampa. Rubbers meeting road about what I'm saying. The Lions are the best team in the NFL right now. And I'll tell you what, my power rankings lost 1 versus 2, 1 and 2, sort of like the top 25 preseason in college football. Texas and Penn State out. Philly and Buffalo lost. The Lions were 3. Tune into my power rankings on Wednesday. I'm now teasing a segment that you guys forced me to do years ago that I'm kind of into now.
That you really
Look at
enjoy.
you, all grown stuff.
And then now they have a bye. That's how the Lions are playing right now. Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.